Hi guys, welcome back to Gabriella's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make stuffed pasta shells. So for this dish we're going to be using big pasta shells like this. These are actually really easy to get now. These ones were from Tesco, these ones were from Lidl, and these ones were from Asda. So you can get them anywhere. They're really nice and big and they're perfect for filling. And the names are basically conchiglioni. That just means shells in Italian. So first things first, we need to get a pan of boiling water on with a little bit of salt, and we're going to cook our spinach. So literally 30 seconds in, no longer. Really important we take our time now with draining as much moisture out of the spinach as we can, otherwise we're going to have really soggy pasta shells, and by adding more moisture we're taking away more flavour. I'm going to cook the pasta now. It's really important that you add a few extra shells more than you need, because when this pasta is cooking sometimes they can break, they can get stuck together, so you want to allow for a few mistakes. Next really important tip about cooking the pasta is we want to take this out way before it's ready. So I'm only going to cook it for about 6 to 7 minutes because it's going to go back into the oven to finish off cooking. So we want to keep the pasta firm rather than really soggy. I'm just going to cook my pasta in the same pan that I cooked my spinach in before. It's all flavour. So I'm just draining these now onto a flat dish so they cool down nice and quickly. I'm going to give them a little drizzle of olive oil. The olive oil is just going to help them from stopping from sticking to each other. For this recipe, I am going to be using some sugo and bechamel. Obviously, you know there's always sugo in our house, and you can find the recipe for that. It's one of the first videos on my Instagram page. And also, we're going to be using some bechamel. Again, I've just put a video up on my highlights if you want to get the recipe for that. So first thing I'm going to do is we're going to add our spinach. So as you can see, it reduces down to absolutely nothing. What we want to do is just run a knife over it and just chop it so it's nice and small, and every shell is going to get a nice even amount of spinach. So spinach is going into a nice big mixing bowl. To that, we are going to add some fresh garlic. I'm just going to go in with about 1 to 2 cloves, finely chopped, grated. We use so much garlic in our house that I just always have it on hand, covered in a little bit of olive oil. Nina always chops it for me. So next we're going to add some cream cheese. Traditionally in Italy, this recipe is made with spinach and ricotta, but sometimes ricotta is a little bit difficult to get hold of. So by using cream cheese, it's available in all the supermarkets, and I also find it gives a creamier finish. And again, you can use just standard cream cheese, or if you want, you can even use the ones that are flavoured with garlic and herbs to really add more flavour to the dish. So that goes straight into our bowl with our spinach and garlic. So now we're going to add some grated Parmesan. At this stage now, if you wanted to, you could add some goat's cheese, some gorgonzola, some dolce latte. You know, you can really use anything you like. And we're going to give that a good season with some fresh black pepper and a little bit of salt. But obviously the cream cheese has got salt in it, and Parmesan's naturally quite salty, so we don't want to go too crazy. Now some salt. Final 2 ingredients, I'm going to put 1 egg in. This just helps everything bind together and helps the mixture set in the oven, and a little bit of chopped parsley and basil. So now we're ready to assemble the dish. This much pasta will be enough to do a really large dish to feed the family like this, but just for this video I'm going to do a small one just to make it a little bit quicker. You can even do individual ones if you like as well. So I'm going to start off with a layer of bechamel. This just adds a really nice creamy flavour, but it also stops the shells from sticking and burning. So a good little layer all across the base like this. And then I'm going to add some sugo, just again, same amount again, and just spread that out with the back of the ladle. And now we're ready to start filling our shells. So the easiest way to do this is just to get a teaspoon. It gives you more control. And you're going to take a little amount of the mixture like so, and just squeeze it in like that. Smooth it down with the back of your spoon. And it really is as simple as that. And we're going to start to lay them in the dishes. Remember to lay them quite snug next to each other because we want to get as many in as possible. Now I'm going to add a little bit more bechamel and tomato just to help it colour in the oven. I don't want to cover all the shells because they look so beautiful, so I'm just going to add little dollops in between the shells, and that'll just melt in. I'm going to do the exact same with the tomato sauce. Final thing, I'm just going to go on with a little bit of mozzarella. I'm using buffalo mozzarella, but you can just use grated, it really doesn't matter too much. I'm just going to tear that on, just all over the place, nothing too neat or tidy. And now that is ready to go into a hot oven until everything's bubbling hot and it's lovely and golden on top. Final note on this recipe, this can be made up to 2 days in advance and stay in the fridge. So this one's great if you've got family coming around. So this has just come out of the oven, it's been in for 25 minutes. It's golden, bubbly, and it smells amazing. Leave that to stand for 10 minutes before you serve it. But that's it guys, thanks for watching.